But not all of this TFP growth, this total factor productivity growth, can be safely credited to indigenous innovation. So now what do we do? Well, the next step is to decompose the growth of total factor productivity into three parts. One part of that growth comes from the nation's narrowing the gap between the total factor productivity level in the nation and the total factor productivity level in the lead economies in the world. Another part of the growth of total factor productivity in a nation comes from the nation's success in narrowing the gap between, or taking advantage of the gap between the total factor productivity levels in the less developed parts of the country and the relatively high total factor productivity in the most advanced parts of the country. By moving labor from the low TFP regions to the high TFP regions, the country can raise the average in the country as a whole. So what we have to do is we have to subtract those tendencies to raise total factor productivity level, raise the country's total factor productivity level, in order to get to what's left. What's left of the growth of total factor productivity, we can reasonably attribute to innovation. The country's enterprises must be discovering every day, very often, ways to improve methods and to improve products. What can a nation do to step up its indigenous innovator? Well, a nation's rate of innovation would benefit from large numbers of experienced and astute providers of risk capital, both angel investors, super angel investors, and venture capitalists. But I'm not here to sell the American financial sector to you. As a matter of fact, I'm very much opposed to many of the features of the American financial sector. I think that Russia and other nations too would be well advised to avoid many features of American finance that harm innovation. The creation of financial entities to engage in securitization and investing in securitized assets would divert, to do that, to introduce that in Russia, would divert financial talent away from selecting innovative projects for financing. That could actually harm innovation in Russia. Also, the creation of mutual funds in America has been pressuring companies to hit quarterly earnings targets, and that distracts entrepreneurs from focusing their attention on innovation projects. So that's another negative in the American financial system. Finally, one thing that a country like Russia can do is to increase innovation is, through government aid and bank loans, to widen university education and widen business school training. Then we will have more people with the knowledge that will permit them to adopt new products and new methods and we'll have more people who have the knowledge have knowledge that would be helpful in making decisions to supply new products and new methods to the market. I just close with the remark that in the global economy, we're witnessing a rise in innovation in most countries in the world. Soon, no nation will be able to compete for labor and capital if its own rate of innovation is not increased. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor, for your very interesting and important for us speech. And now we have questions and answers.